it's Anna here and welcome to today's video. Now, I was very unsure if I should do this video or not, just because I know that my channel is not about nursing. But if you follow me on social media, you know that about 2 weeks ago I passed the Nclex, and that was such an amazing moment for me. I worked so hard and I studied so much to pass the Nclex, and I passed it with 75 questions, and I passed it on the first try. So I wanted to share with you guys some tips that can maybe help you guys pass the Nclex on your first try. And even if this is not your first time taking the Nclex, maybe it's your second, your third, doesn't really matter. Maybe these tips can also help you guys as well. They're going to be 5 tips that I personally used, and that apparently it helped me because I passed the Nclex, like I said, with 75 questions and on my first try. So let's go ahead and let's get started. Tip number 1 is to plan a schedule and stick to that schedule. Every week I studied a different system. Let's say this week I studied cardiovascular, and then next week I did endocrine, and the following maternity, and so on and so forth. So try to study by system. I feel that it makes it easier to remember, and that way you're organized and not studying disorganized all over the place. I feel that just makes it a whole lot harder to understand what you're studying and to grasp it in your memory, which is very important. So try to make a schedule, make a plan, and stick to it. Tip number 2, practice questions. You need to get very familiar with the way that Nclex asks. That's why it's very important to practice Nclex style questions. What I did was that during the weekdays, I would study anywhere from 200 to 250 questions. And that would take me all day, you guys. And I'm going to go over that in tip number 3. Why it took me all day to do 200 to 250 questions. And then during the weekends, since I do have 2 kids, I didn't just want to be studying all day. I wanted to spend time with them, go out with my husband and my kids, and just enjoy the weekends. So during the weekends, I would just do 50 questions on Saturday and 50 questions on Sunday. That was my goal for the weekend. It's very important to answer Nclex style questions, just because Nclex has a certain way of asking questions that, although it may look Chinese to you, or you have no idea what it's talking about, it had nothing to do with what you studied, it was a weird word there that you have no idea, the way that it asks kind of gives it away, and it's easier for you to eliminate choices. So that's why practice is key. Try to do as many questions as you can. It's very important for you to get familiar with how the Nclex asks. So tip number 3 is to read and write down all the rationales. That's why, like I said in the previous tip, that it would take me all day to do 250 questions. I'm talking about from 9 in the morning to 8 or 9 at night. It would take me all day because I would write everything down in my notes. Even if I got the question right, I went ahead and I read the rationales just so I can know why the other answers were not the correct ones. What I used to study was UWorld, and the great thing about UWorld is that it lets you know why all the rest of the choices were not correct, and it explains it in very details, which is very good. That's what I personally used, and it helped me a lot. So yeah, try to read all the rationales. It's not just answer and move on to the next. No, you have to read why you got it wrong or why you got it right. It's very important. And I would write everyone has different ways of learning. I've heard some people record themselves and then listen to the recording. The way that I study is writing down. I cannot stick it in my brain if I don't write it down. So just figure out the way that you learn and the way that's easier for you to memorize and to understand the things, and do that. I went and I used up 4 notebooks, you guys. 4 of them, completely full to the top. because I would write everything down. Even the ones that I would know, I would go ahead and never write it down anyways, just so I can make sure it sticks in my brain and it doesn't go anywhere. Tip number 4 is to make sure you have the right study environment. What I did at the beginning when I started studying for the Nclex was that I would go to the school's library, my school's library, and I would study there. But since, like I said, doing 250 questions would take me all day, towards the end I decided to just stay home and do the questions here at home. I didn't study at home before just because to me studying here at home was very distracting. There was always something pending to do. It was either the laundry or the dishes. I get very OCD when it comes to that, and I wouldn't be able to concentrate knowing that there was things that I had to do. So that's why at the beginning I would go to school, but then afterwards, you know what, I said no, I have to stay here at home. I have to forget. I deleted Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, all of my social medias. I deleted it just because I didn't want anything to distract me from studying. You know, I knew there was probably laundry that I had to do, but I didn't care. I focused, and I tried my best to just focus on studying, and that's what I did towards the end of my studying. So it's very important that you try to eliminate anything or anyone that distracts you from studying. I would put my phone on airplane mode so I wouldn't get any phone calls, any texts, any emails, nada. During the weekend, I would reinstall my social medias just so I could get like a little update of what has been going on in the outside world. But when it came the weekday already, when Monday came around, I went ahead and I deleted everything again because I didn't want anything to distract me and just solely focused on the Nclex. And last but not least, tip number 5 is the day before the Nclex, do not study at all. Try to do something that makes you relax. Do your nails if you have to. Do your hair. Watch your favorite show. Just binge watch it on the couch. Whatever helps you relax, do it the day before. I did not pick up a notebook. I did not pick up my notes or the book, or I didn't even answer a single question the day before. The only thing that I did do was that the day of the test, my test was at 8 in the morning. So the day before, the day of the test, I woke up really early so I could shower, eat a good breakfast, and while I was having breakfast, I did get my notes and I went over, just scanned my labs, which is something that I have a lot of trouble memorizing. I'm really bad at my labs, and thank God I didn't get, I just got like 1 or 2 lab questions. That's about it. So the day of the test, I did scan really fast my labs, just try to make sure that they were all in there, but that's the only thing I did. So just try to pamper yourself the day before. Do whatever makes you relax, which is the most important thing. You want to be fresh and relaxed and concentrated for the big day. So I hope you guys enjoyed these 5 tips. Like I said, I was kind of hesitant to do this video, didn't know if it was something that, you know, my subscribers would like to watch, just because it's not what my channel is about. But nonetheless, you know, I wanted to help someone because I know that Nclex can be very stressing. That's why I wanted to do this video and kind of help you and give you tips to help you pass the Nclex. Good luck to all of you that are taking the Nclex soon, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like always, if you did, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell so you will be notified whenever I post a new video. I will be posting videos weekly. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!